Hey, what's up, MMA and throwing fans out there? Thanks for coming back to another episode this week. Unfortunately, when we were recording this episode, shouts out Duke Energy and our power went out in the middle of recording about halfway through. And unfortunately, the video file got corrupted. We were able to keep the other latter half of the episode where we watched a lot of funny videos and went over a lot of funny content. So not too much to miss this week. We still got an episode for you, a nice, shorter, compact one than usual. And hope you guys stick around and enjoy the episode. Here we go.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You got you're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, another fight, another dust settle fight that we got is Robert Whittaker Duplessis. That's been like going on for about a week and a half now, but that happened literally, I would say, the next day after we recorded last week. They were like, yeah, Whittaker versus Duplessis, and the winner gets Adesanya. You guys think about that? They were just about straight give it to Duplessis. That's how silly they were. They were like, we'll just give it to Duplessis, and then Whittaker was like, hold on, I can fight.
You're crazy.
That's so funny that they were going to do that. They're like, well, it makes sense to us.
My man said, I'm putting down the fucking keyboard right now, getting off StarCraft, hitting the gym.
Is Robert Whittaker a big StarCraft guy?
I don't know StarCraft, but I know he does play, he actively plays video games, which is hilarious a little bit, because you just kind of look at him and you be like, this motherfucker doesn't play games. And then they started highlighting it like a couple years ago in some of the embeddeds, and it's like, damn. I know he's a nerd, but he'll kill you.
All Max Holloway does is fucking... Dude, Max Holloway, all he does is stream Apex now. That's all he does.
I'm glad at least he's definitely found another avenue for money besides just fighting.
Yeah, except he's like big on Facebook streaming, which he's got to change.
Eventually. He probably has a nice little contract with them.
I'm not gonna lie about that Duplessis fight. I think Whittaker obviously is the veteran. He's better, but I think Duplessis is just so weird and sneaky. He said there was some problem with his cardio, because of some. I'm doing like just yeah, and he got it fixed. He said.
Yep, and that's why I was just like, this man might be a fucking problem if this entire time he's been running on no oxygen basically, and he still does what he fucking does. If he's at 100, at least 80-90% oxygen getting in there,
it's a real problem.
Have some problems.
I think Whittaker, I like what you said, but I'm like, I hope he does not take this lightly, because Duplessis has shown that he has what seems to be in the very beginning of the fight, that he's going to be a very easy dub for some striker, and then somehow he pulls through and makes it a hell day for the other guy. So I like that fight. I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah, it is. For sure.
Then we also get, let's see, now with Bilal gets Gilbert Burns, and they're saying whoever wins that gets title shot. So that's a good fight. I'd love to see a Gilbert Burns versus Bilal Muhammad. That's going to be a scrap for sure.
And the fact that they signed on for a fight in 2 weeks and said 5 rounds. We're not doing 3. Make it 5. It's like,
you guys are crazy.
Gil, you just fought 3 rounds.
Because there are 2 guys who never stopped training.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still just like, fuck. What do you mean? I don't care for Bilal. He can go.
I'm going Gilbert Burns on this fight. I want Gilbert Burns to go all the way. I want him to be. I mean, if it's not going to be Usman up there, I mean, I'd like to see Gilbert Burns back up there. I think he does great as welterweight champion. I think he's a fun guy. I think he's a very rare Brazilian that like the entire world seems to really like and love.
And also Colby.
Of course, yeah, right. The more he's inactive and the more he's doing other things, the more I hate him. He makes appearances. I'm like, dude, I could care. I could care less. That's great and all. You need to be active in order for me. Like I've stood up for him many a times on this podcast. But I can no longer do that because he's not active now. Everything I ever hear about him is like lawsuit stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, great. Is he part of Suits now? Is he on a new? I don't get it. And then this is a good one, but it surprised me because I didn't even know this man was alive, let alone fighting. Robbie Lawler versus Nico Price. Shouts out UFE and Nico Price. Yeah, it's a a crazy
I feel
fight.
like I haven't heard those names in a while.
Yeah, right. We've talked about Nico Price heavily on here because he worked with UFE when we hung out. We talked with Safe back in the day, and I mean Robbie Lawler. And that was at the beginning of Throwing Hands, so that's like 8 months ago almost. And Robbie Lawler. I mean, I could have sworn he was retired at the most, but
Was
They were like,
not
"Hey,
his
we'll give
last
you this
fight
much
with
money to
Patrick, but-
just shut this kid up."
that's hey, yeah, why not? That's a big fight for Nico though. Like, all things aside, that's huge for Nico. And at this point in Robbie's
Didn't
career,
he just fucking lose?
yeah, Nico just lost a fight. Yeah, so it's crazy that he's getting this matchup, but at the
He
same
must
time,
know somebody.
right? And he wanted to fight, and maybe Robbie was like, "That sounds like a good fight for me. I'll do that." You know, but with Robbie, where he is in trajectory of his career, it has to be a worry now. Where it's like, is this a retirement fight? I don't know. I don't know how many fights he has left.
Yeah, he's real on and off. He literally wins one, loses one, wins one, loses one. His only two wins in a row was Randy Brown and George Sullivan.
Yeah, Nico's a very entertaining guy, but he's just that's the problem. He's entertaining, so he's not. You don't get to stay unless you're one of the greats. You don't get to stay as consistent as you may like. Also, I feel like if you want to be an entertaining fighter, you can get far like Gagey and some of these other guys, but you gotta take a safe win here and there in order to keep being entertaining for everybody. Because also not only does it keep you safe, but it also builds your confidence, builds your win record. Now instead of being 1-1 or losing one, winning one, losing one, winning one, now you win one by like a devastating KO. Maybe go into that next fight, get a little crazy, then not coast, but go for some takedowns. Maybe play it a little bit more safe, and then on that third, solidify that win. Maybe on that third fight, just go all wrestling, jiu-jitsu, try and take this guy down, win. And on that fourth fight, come back. Now you got 3 fights under your belt, wins. You come back on that fourth fight, you just go balls to the wall. I think that's better for your confidence, better for your health, better for your mind.
For the soul.
Better for the soul. Darnell knows all about that. But
Every now and then.
that's all for the call-outs, though. That was all. But that's the dust settle and the fights that have been selected for the next few months. The biggest name fights that haven't already been solidified. So at this point, UFC they plan for fights like retail plans for holidays. So in the next few months, we'll have our December fights in like no time. We'll know what we're looking for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think the July card is like all the way filled up now.
Yep. They've been promoting International Fight Week for like almost 2 months now. I just recently scrolled past this video, classic, and I sent it to Ian, and it made me want to pose a question to you guys because, guys, people have this talk all the time. They have this question all the time, but I don't think we've had it together on this podcast before. How many 12-year-olds do you think you can take / beat up if they tried to jump you? Like the legitimate question from the episode is can you take 12-year-olds? I think that's an obvious yes from all of us, I think. So my question
Easy.
would be, how many 12-year-olds do you think you can beat up at once? Now, Ian, I see you want to say infinite, but
Yeah, I was like, do you want to until I collapse? Like, what do you mean?
Right. So
I
how
could
long?
be drop dead exhausted and I could still beat up like 12 of them.
Right. So that's my point, though. So there's going to be there's an exhaustion. So there's got to be a number, right? So like at one point, how many overhand rights and how many putting your fists out and just spinning in circles, spin to win, do you think you can do before you ultimately vomit and pass out? Even that. Hold on, before you even answer, even that, I'm
That's
even
also
giving
kicking them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Doing jumps every once in a while with your spins and just throwing a spinning kick with every other turn.
He's doing a lot of ridiculous.
I'm even giving you the benefit of the doubt that you could spin to win, do jumping spinning kicks, get exhausted and nauseated, throw up, slightly pass out and get dizzy, and you can still bounce back and get another spin to win in or whatever you wanted. So I'll even give you that. But how many? What's the number here before you fully pass out of exhaustion? Because I can already tell you're not giving them the numbers on you unless you die. So
we're going long term. I'm going efficiency.
Okay. So like 150, you think? You think like a small Spartan class of 12-year-olds that you could 300 12-year-olds?
Still
That's also hilarious though. I feel like Ian, you
at a minimum is 150 at a minimum.
the idea that Ian's like Spartan babies. Psh, I mean, maybe like 100 now. I mean, you're talking Spartan babies. I mean, you're talking Spartan 12-year-olds.
Well, there's like some of those prodigy 12-year-olds that are like, I've been doing karate since I was like 6, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to hit you a little bit harder than fucking that kid over there who's still eating glue.
It's a good thing to think. I didn't even think about that. You got 150. You got a lot of numbers of prodigy 12-year-olds that you might end up getting.
I'm like, if we're just hitting like average 12-year-olds, bro, 150, easy.
But then by 150, you're like, I'm gassing now. I'm starting to get pretty tired.
Probably.
Yeah, that seems
like
fair.
My hands would be broken.
Yeah, that seems fair. That's smart. Darnell, what do you think? How many 12-year-olds do you think you can beat up at once?
Honestly, I'm going for a Robert Whittaker answer.
Okay.
I'm going for straight fear tactics, and the first kid running up.
You're gonna hit a motherfucker with a motherfucker.
A variation of that. I'm ripping that kid's fucking spine out on some Mortal Kombat shit.
God damn.
Beating them with his spinal cord until they decide to run away. Because it's like, how the fuck did that just happen, bro? Like, he ripped his spine out, and now he's beating us. No, fuck this. I'm out of here. I'm just going straight fear tactics.
I'm gonna say that I don't hate that. I don't hate that answer. So, how many do you think you're clearing with that, though? I don't know.
At least a clean, like, if I was just going just for that, a clean, like, 10, because there's going to be those nutcases there, too.
Yeah.
Who are going to be like, oh, whatever, you're not doing that to me.
You're cutting your numbers down, then, at least.
Yeah. I would just hope that works, because if it doesn't, then hopefully, like, maybe 50, because I'm just going to get annoyed with it after a while. It's like, you sort of stop fucking coming over here.
I think Darnell just thought of a scenario / theory that maybe Ian or nobody was thinking about.
Be real. Yeah.
He's just
after you beat up the first 20 of them, the rest of them are gonna be like, he's bleeding.
He's got to do.
I don't want to
this can't be safe.
To this guy.
He's got to do unplug controller thing to them. He's got to just like start being like, oh no. He's got to like start falling like he's dying like in a zombie movie. Oh no, you guys got me. Okay, I'm gonna go get a beer. I can't say. I feel like in an 150 number, like maximum.
When I passed the fucking middle school. Let's go.
I feel like with like a max number set at like at 150. I feel like, and only because what I want to do, I feel like I'm clearing 75 of them before maybe the numbers game catches up to me. Because I'm going in there. First thing I'm doing is I'm jacking my shoulders like this. I'm just staring at them. And the first thing I do is I find the biggest one, prison tactics, and I clothesline from hell, like JBL or like Brock Lesnar, clothesline from hell. So where I clothesline them so hard that they do a spin. They do a spin and they fall back on their head. 360, boom, right on their head. It's gonna scare some, but not enough because they're gonna recognize like, oh shit, he just clothesline from hell him. They're gonna start coming at me, some WWE mindset. But I'm F5ing, I'm doing attitude adjustment, I'm going Batista power bomb, I'm doing DDTs, pedigrees, Randy Orton punt kicks. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. AT&Ts, yeah. I'm grabbing school chairs. I'm taking them down, buddy. There's no holds barred in this fight. But
wait, we can use weapons?
No. Just going off of my. But I think if I'm
coming with the blicky, bro, immediately.
I'm like, Ian, no, that's a school shooting. No, we're not doing that.
Well, I mean, like you use like school chairs and shit. Ooh, that number just went up significantly.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. But I don't think overall. I think 150 for sure if I'm just beating the shit out of them. But yeah, I think by that time I'm exhausted. And if I'm doing WWE moves, then yeah, by 75 by the fourth Showtime kick, I'm torn a hammy at least. By the seventh twist of fate, my arms are.
You gotta think, because like if you're bombing one child into another one, that's two.
That's 2 at 1. You're right. Yeah.
The price of one.
But you got to think about how exhausted I am after I swanton bomb off the top rope and I just destroy this kid's. I destroyed this kid's body.
So many backflips, Ian. Come on, let's get real here.
Yeah, I can only frog splash so many kids before my intestines bust. I mean, come on, it's not a fun game we're talking about here. Jeez. This inspired me to think of what I see sometimes. Is I see a lot of times on videos on TikTok or whatever it is, and we've all seen variations of this. And there's a lot of things. And again, going to away from just the obvious answers, when I see some of these people, I think, can I take this guy after this? Like after I see this, can I take this guy in a fight? And if so, I mean, how long is this fight? How is this fight gonna go? So, if you would, I'd like to pull up some examples for that. Okay, so I see these videos. I think, I could take this guy in a fight, right? I don't know, maybe I'm being crazy. You guys let me know. Let's see. This is a really funny one because it's like, how many of these guys can you take at once? Well, this guy, he's taking 3 on.
Well, I mean, if we're fighting grown men, I'm breaking legs.
This is what it looks like when you're fighting those 12-year-olds, though. This is.
Then yeah, I guess I'm just breaking legs.
I would maul the shit out of this old man.
All right, well, bro, take it easy, okay? You don't. This guy's gonna bust you in your chops. You talk like that. Look at him. He saw.
No.
Saw he came at him real quick. Whew. Everybody's exhausted. They're winded as
Oh,
shit.
your sensei.
Bow to your sensei. Rex Kwon Do looks terrible.
That's fucking crazy.
So,
like, how did these people that
goofy
sign
as
up to these
shit.
classes, bro? It's like, how are you okay
Well, number
with doing
one,
this?
the reason why you know it's ridiculous. See where they're at?
It's like a full
mean,
basketball court. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in like a child's school or like
100%.
a rec center.
Yeah. There's some
They're in their
gymnasium.
local YMCA right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's really unfortunate for these guys is some of these guys legit think they can fight, and they're gonna go out there and try and fight some dudes and be like, they're throwing these around. Some of the, and then they're gonna try and start some shit with a guy like Ian, and then Ian's gonna just it's not.
I'm gonna laugh at them first of all, but I mean, I get if they're like putting on some sort of demonstration because like they're not actually trying to kick each other, but like the way they're actually like turning their hips and like pretending to like throw the actual kicks and stuff. I'm like, none of that's real.
So those black belts are just decoration, huh? I see.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
especially because this guy's teaching them.
how many of these guys do you think you can take? They're grown men. We'll give them that. They're grown men, but they fight like that. I'm saying 25.
Once?
Yeah, at once. I'm saying 25 of these dudes I'm taking down easy. 26, 27, I mean, they start catching me. Those little baby leg kicks start catching up to you, man.
Well, I mean, if they actually throw like a regular punch, that's the thing. Anyone can throw a punch. It's like the Joe Rogan theory. Like he was like, if you had to fight 3 Burt Kreischers, he was like, oh no, they would fucking destroy me.
Yeah,
you know,
because he knows how to throw a punch, right? I don't think these guys know how to throw a punch that well. They can throw a punch, but is it effective?
The old guy, probably 25.
Yeah.
Probably 25 of them for sure. That sounds like a good number. Darnell's like, you know, the first one, I would just rip his spine because he's a frail old man.
He goes, the first one, I think I'm
about it.
The first one he goes.
Wait, so are we saying we're fighting old people?
Yeah, this guy. This guy with the white hair.
I know how to fight old people. Like, it's so easy. You literally just gotta hit their hips, bro. It's over.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, one swift, like, I mean, just regular fucking leg kick, like hit them right in the thigh. They topple over.
It's done. They can't move anymore.
Probably.
Yeah. It's paralyzed. Let me see the next one here. Let's see how many of this next guy we can take in a fight. So I've seen this guy a lot. This guy's I don't know who this kid is. He's one of those kids who just he's got probably parent money and Twitch money, and people love watching him do ridiculous stuff, dude. He got a boxing trainer on stream. Let's see it. That's so stupid.
He needs some milk.
Okay, he's got speed. Oh shit, he can move too. That would throw me off in the fight. It looks like those boxing gloves weigh like 1,000 pounds on him. It's the best boxing trainer ever.
40.
Alright, you can stop it.
You can't beat this footwork here.
You can't beat that footwork.
That.
He starts doing fancy footwork on you like that, Ian. Ian, come on. Lower it a little bit, because if 40 of those guys are doing fancy footwork on you, you're going to start getting dizzy. You're going to be like, oh, he's so fast. He's so fast, Ian.
That old guy's going to fuck this dude up.
You think the old guy beats this kid?
Oh yeah, because he thinks it's gonna be a joke, and the old guy's like, "This is do or die."
But if he hits him with that hata, he hits him with the hata. Come on, the old man explodes. It's over. I love this. It's turned into who's gonna win in a fight: the old karate master or light skinned Monte from Twitch. Shouts out. I like that guy. I don't watch him at all, but I see his clips.
You gotta finish the rest of the video. It gets better.
Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, look at that. Oh, he does. Hey. Look, oh, head movement.
Oh, we got the Steve Fox going.
He's swaying. Okay. This is why that guy would. You know what?
And he'd be like that after all that moving around.
This is why we beat him up.
Yeah. I was gonna say this is why Ian gets to beat up 40 of them, because then he's exhausting himself.
They're
Ian's
gonna be
confused
dancing for 30 minutes before I land a punch.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ian would be sitting there very confused because there's 40 of them, but they're all dancing a bunch. He's like, okay. Insert the clip from Indiana Jones with the sword guy.
Oh shit! They got a warrant out for Nate.
They got a warrant out for Nate. Come on. Come on.
I don't know why anybody would think Nate's not gonna be about his shit. You get in his face, you're dying. Like, simple as that.
Period.
Get that money.
Let's move on to some street shenanigans. Boys, every week on the Throwing Hands podcast, soon to be renamed, we find and collect some of the best fights out there, and we bring them to you in a format that has not been seen or heard before. We bring them to you in a way that we break down this craziness that happens out there in the combat world, and we bring it to you and break it down from an MMA standpoint. Sometimes we let you know that maybe this person shouldn't have fucked around and find out. Maybe we let you know that this person could have benefited from some jiu-jitsu right here. But you'll know after you see these fights. The most important thing to know from these videos, Ian, please let them know.
They're all right. YouTube. They're okay.
They're
fine.
We've figured it all out. We've contacted them all, and they've hit us back, and they let us know. Doing good. Doing just fine.
Just dandy.
I really like this one. This is a classic one I feel like I've seen before, but maybe not. Maybe this is a new one that every video every other generation, every other 10 years or so has a nice college fight between a guy and a girl where the guy goes, yeah. A guy and a girl where the guy's like, doggy, no way you can take me down. I used to be a wrestler when I was in like 9th grade, dude. Okay. And the girl's like, I'm a all-state champion from Idaho, and I don't think you can fuck with me. And then this happens. Look at her go. Look at her go. Look at the control.
No.
You saw that?
Yeah, the second she grabbed his neck, I already knew she knew how to wrestle.
Woo, she's popping her head up.
And
she's popping her head up to go
it's
around.
It's clear that this guy doesn't know anything because he could have just twisted and landed
Yeah, he's like for some reason just drunkenly trying to grab it or something. Look, she yoked that neck up.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she
Tap.
got that in.
And he tapped her. He didn't even tap her. Man, oh my god, he's playing it like a joke. He thinks it's funny. He thinks it's a joke. Look how serious she is. She's like, this is not a game. I'm about to show you what's up. God, look at that technique.
When she first shot in, he should have just been like, and guillotine.
He should have, but this man knows nothing of what to do. Oh, damn. I really hope this man got humbled by that. But something tells me by his whole demeanor that he did not.
No, he did not.
I'm married her. Fuck that.
No. That's Darnell's dream woman right there.
It's like, it's okay if she talks shit out in public because I know she's gonna finish the fucking problem. Like, simple as that. I don't have to jump in. She's just gonna do it.
Because she's not gonna try to get into some big brawl with some big guy. She's gonna get in there, grab the clinch, shoot in deep, get real deep on the single, and just finish it. Good stuff. You could tell she wrestled. She either had brothers who taught her wrestling her whole life, or she's just a wrestler.
Or she's just taken a few classes and this guy's retarded.
Oh, what a dumbass.
That, by the way, I just wanted to debunk that real quick. No way you learned that off a few classes. The way she was sticking her head up to turn around, the shoot in for the single, the grab on the head and the shoulder to switch down to this doggy. That was good stuff.
She just takes her classes seriously.
She went to 3 classes and she was very focused. Shouts out. All right, let's see the next one. This was a goodie. This was a goodie. This is what you want to see in a street fight. This is what you want to see.
Good old fashioned scrap.
Yeah, good old fashioned two dudes who said, "Put your dukes up. Put your dukes up." Oof. He came in. I like the way he came in. It might seem sloppy, but UFC fighters do that shit all the time. Throw that jab, then they're like a
difference is crazy.
Right. This guy. Oh, there it goes. The knee.
That was solar plexus.
Yep. So that guy cannot breathe right now.
And he's out.
Call it.
Well, he ain't out, but he's just crumpled up.
I know this. I know the big guy is wearing some type of shorts, but it just looks like he's wearing boxers.
Yeah,
it does.
Like, fuck this cameraman, of course, but
yo, my man,
right there.
No,
my man in
knee landed.
My man in the red was like, oh yeah, right in the solar plex. Yeah, it took the wind out of that fucking guy.
Yeah, he couldn't do shit after that.
It was a beautiful knee. My man just finished watching Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. Yeah, that's how this fight started. They watched that fight. This guy said, the guy in the red said, "I could do that to anybody. Bet you won't do that on me. Bet you won't do that on me." And flying knee. Oh.
The guy in the jeans was like, "No, he got lucky. Ben Askren would have destroyed him." And then that's what started all of this.
Yep. Put some respect on it. Yeah, a little disrespectful. I don't like that. Hey, but out there, don't be doing that shit. You can do a street fight. Don't do that shit. I know you're hyped in the moment, but like, yeah, you already won. Like,
no, it's only bad if it was like he kicked him in the head while he was down there.
That's
he only
worse.
hit him in the stomach.
Hit him in the stomach, but still a little disrespectful.
Hey, he shouldn't have been fucking with him.
Just
like,
do the good old stand over him and be like,
"You got knocked the fuck out."
Like in a stand to let you know where I like fall on that. Like if Ian just beat the shit out of some guy and then knocked him out and then kicked him in the gut afterwards and like I pulled him off, I don't hate Ian afterwards for that. But I'm for sure being like, yo, bro, you don't need to do that shit. Like he was down. Like I'm at least scolding him. Yeah, I'm at least giving him a little thumb finger
I started the fight and you beat the shit out of that guy, but you know.
But you didn't have to kick him in the gut, dude. Come on, let's be real. All right. And the infamous fight that has been heard around the street fight that's been heard around the world right now. Now, when this was first sent in, I gotta say, whoever sent it in first, I literally I watched it. It was Ian, yeah, and I watched it and I went, nice street fight. We're definitely gonna watch that. Clicked away, and then I was gonna send this video in because I saw the article being like Nate Diaz gets to do a street fight, and before I did, I was like, wait a minute,
this looks familiar.
Yeah. So Nate Diaz. Now I'll say this. Please, if you haven't already, there's a clip online. I'll splice it. I probably won't. But there's a clip online of Shane Gillis describing what it's like to go hang out with Nate Diaz, and he describes.
Oh my gosh, you need to watch it.
He describes the moment he walks outside with him and how he almost gets into a fight with two different dudes. And we've talked about this in the past. There's video footage all over the place of Nate almost getting in a fight with people who are fans. Like people run up on him to say hi, and he's like, "Yo, what? Don't run up on me like that, man. Don't do that." It's crazy. So I don't know what was happening here. I'm not going to say Nate was in the right, but he was in the right.
Well, he won, so.
Yeah. Look at that guy. Hold on. Pause it. Bring it all the way back.
Oh, you're talking about when he. Damn it.
Right there.
Right here, the guy's
clearly
easy.
like, hey man, I don't want any. And Nate, dude, that's the epitome of I don't give a fuck what you're saying. He grabbed his hands and was like, I don't give a fuck. That's hilarious. Okay, go ahead. I heard this was in Texas, but I heard this was in Austin. Look at Nate. Cuts back to Nate. He's got full control. Knee. That guy's out.
Front choke so bad.
Woo.
And then he dropped him on his head.
Oh, yeah. That guy, his head bounced for sure.
Did you see the aftermath photos?
No.
Of that guy?
No, he got fucked
the
up.
whole back of his head is
bleeding,
covered in blood.
Ah,
yeah.
Shit. Yeah, that's not good.
Split his head open. So
I want to say
I'm
Nate
not sure Nate's going to get away scot-free because he's clearly the aggressor in this. Like, if this guy is smart and takes it to court now that this video is viral,
he's definitely going to get money off of Nate. I'll tell you that much. I don't think Nate's going to serve any time for this, but you know, if this guy was retarded after this, which he was already retarded before this, then yeah, Nate's going to go to jail. But if he just has an injury, then
seriously, we're not just walking away from an angry Nate Diaz. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
in any scenario, Nate Diaz is pissed off. I'm like, all right, well, I'm leaving the area.
hilariously, all those people around that fight need to be sued for nobody going like, yo, bro, that's Nate Diaz if he doesn't know already.
Seriously.
Hey, making sure before, hey, I'm gonna cut in here, guys. You guys can do what you want, but you just want to make sure you know that's Nate Diaz, right? You do? You're fucked.
UFC fighter.
UFC fighter.
Nick Diaz's brother.
Yeah.
They're both a little off.
not ringing any bells. All right.
I can't say I didn't warn you.
And then it's hard if he doesn't know who he is. You can't sell the guy. You can't be like, well, dude, I'm telling you, bro, Nate, biggest badass. It's only gonna make them want to fight even more.
Depending, but this guy clearly was just like, I don't want to fight you, bro. And then, as soon as Nate grabbed him, he grabbed Nate. And
now,
then,
in Nate's defense, there's plenty of guys who walk like, why is he walking at him then? If he doesn't want to fight, then why are you walking at me? I feel like that's something you would say too, Ian. Like, he doesn't want to fight, then why is he coming up to me? Why is he getting in my face?
He's trying to get Nate to not fight one of his friends or some shit. I think this guy was trying to be like stop it, guys. And then Nate was like, oh, you want to fight me too?
Which doubles down. By the way, here we go. This is a good definition of, yeah.
Because that guy came charging at Nate, and then one of Nate's friends got in the way of it.
And there's people fighting in the background. It's crazy. Everywhere. Mayhem.
Wild.
Here's the thing is that, like, if you're trying to defuse a situation, that also shows me that this guy has no idea. You can stop streaming it now. That also shows me that this guy has no idea who Nate is at that point for sure, because if you've just seen Shane Gillis describe what happens, and if you've seen anything with Nate and his out in public transactions with people, if you try to defuse the situation, he hates you more than the person he's in a fight with now. He does not. Don't get in his face. Don't try to figure out the problem. He doesn't care who you know. He don't know you, and he don't like you. So in a scenario where if you and Nate were getting into it, and you thought I was going to get in the middle and defuse it, also if me and Nate don't, because he's going to fight you now. He's fighting the person, and he's just
in front of him.
Yeah, that's it. That's all that matters. And yeah, so that guy
aggro and you shouldn't have.
Yeah. You dropped intimidating shout, and you weren't supposed to do that.
Just pulled the boss.
You just pulled the boss. Great. You just pulled. Nate Diaz was just standing on the side of that fight like a raid boss. He just caught aggro. He's like, hey, man, hey.
Yeah, he's
too close now.
Kind of fucked now because ESPN now even put out that there's a warrant out for him now.
Yeah, he'll get arrested. He'll do he'll get put in handcuffs, get put in holding. They'll let him out. He'll pay his fine or whatever. He'll yeah. He's gonna make videos. He's gonna make videos about it. It's gonna be press. He's gonna be like, people are getting in his face with the camera. He's gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. And then he's got money. It's great. That's what's great about those guys.
They're gonna be like, Nate, this guy clearly wasn't trying to fight you, and he's gonna be like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, because he's a pussy.
He was in front of me, and there was an altercation going on.
He didn't want to fight anymore when I was about it. He didn't want to fight me.
We all know he can't say the word altercation.
Yeah. Let's be real here.
What's beautiful is the nigga he choked out is famous for looking like Logan Paul.
I noticed that. I was like,
he's fighting.
I saw that too.
In a couple months.
Really?
So it's like, who's to say that this ain't all just a publicity stunt?
Oh, Darnell digging deep. Well, on that note,
that would be wild.
We'll leave you guys with that thought, and we appreciate you all for hanging out with us. You already know the drill. Go follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/SuperSour Games, twitch.tv/Snuggy_, twitch.tv/McLeodmatic. Follow our social medias. It's all going to be down there. It's all going to be flying by on the screen as it goes by, as always. Thanks, everybody, so much. Keep hanging out with us. Just keep watching us. Keep watching us, actually. Just keep
watching us.
Keep watching us. And come back next week. We'll see you next week, right?
Even if you miss the fights, you'll get the gist.
Hey, we'll see you next week, right? We'll see you. See you there. Same time. Same.
See you there.
Same. Whatever day it gets out.
Welcome to Throw.
Bye, guys.
I got him, Jesse.
Bruh.
The ponytail.
My balls was hot.